Yeah, cuz. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail.
Yep. Go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 3. The spirit of Egypt shall fail.
The spirit of Egypt is failing, baby.
Yep.
You see?
That's right.
The place is through.
Fast.
Go ahead.
Just like Biden trying to go up the Air Force One flight.
How you fail? How you trip 3 times or 2 steps?
It shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the chambers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards.
Yeah, so it's not gonna work. You see? And we're watching this place fall, man.
That's
you
right.
know, we're watching this place fall and trying to hold its balance, man. You know? But that's what, like, when you look at what Esau doing, he falling, but this nigga throwing his own. You know, when you fall, you trying to, you know, you trying to
catch yourself.
you trying to walk into the fall, you know. No, you know, that's what we're seeing America doing, man. But this place gonna hit hard, man. You know. But yeah, that's it. You finish your okay. Let's get that Isaiah 2 again, and then we're gonna back it up. The Psalm 7. Yep. Get there. Yep. Go ahead.
This is 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 20.
Read that Isaiah. Then we'll get that. We're gonna link it up. All right, because this is a future prophecy in the kingdom. But see, we seen the prelude of that before. Go ahead. Yeah, start back at 3.
Isaiah 2 and 3.
Yep.
And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, Yahbashim Yahushai, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Out of Zion shall go forth the law. Go ahead.
And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Now, this has happened before. Let's get the account. Go ahead.
This is 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 20. Judah and Israel were many, and as the sand which is by the sea in the multitude, eating and drinking and making merry.
And this was under who? Solomon. This is what we finna get back to, man. All right, Judah and Israel, all 12 tribes, man. It said they were drinking and making merry, man. All right, we was in our sovereignty, man. You see? Go ahead.
And Solomon reigned over all kingdoms from the river unto the land of the Palestinians.
And he reigned over all kingdoms, man. What did it say, Isaiah? All nations shall flow into it. Showing you that there was the same spirit that was in Solomon, that was in Yahushua. It's the same spirit. Go ahead.
And unto the border of Egypt, they brought presents and served Solomon all the days of his life.
Yeah, see, these other nations, like when these heathens, when they come to Jerusalem, all right, they're gonna have to come with gifts, man. All right, whatever providence that you brothers rule over in the kingdom, when them heathens come to you, they're gonna have to come with gifts, man. All right, they ain't gonna be able to just pop up. Like, jump down to 29. Yep.
Jumping down to verse 29.
Yep.
And Yahweh gave Solomon wisdom and understanding exceedingly much.
Yep.
And largeness of heart.
Yep.
Even as the sand that is on the sea of shore.
Yeah, so Solomon had much wisdom, man. The Most High gave him wisdom. All right, he became rich. He became so great based off the wisdom, man. And that's what we're going back to, man. We're going to establish a kingdom that's reigning in wisdom, man. You know, real quick, a brother get Sirach 6:20. Yep. Get that. Hey, because this what this thing is all about.
It says 6 and 20.
6 and 20.
I think it's Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. Yeah. Hey, because you understand how these elites, they run the world. It's in wickedness, but all they do is have councils all day, man. And then they push out, you know, their councils in the earth, you know, through what? All these platforms they control. Go ahead.
All right, this Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. It says, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
The desire of wisdom, man. Knowing how the earth works, man. You see, and that's the wisdom that we're going to get back within those new bodies, man. We're learning particular things now. You know, brothers, you know, going to the wars, and, you know, brothers know about the herbs. You see, brothers are learning, you know, a few things about the animals. But see, we're going to get that back fully like Solomon had it, man. You know? And that's how we're going to run the kingdom. Like, we're going to be setting things in order, man. All right? This place has to be cleaned up. You know, concrete got to go, man. You see? Trees gonna be planted, like it's gonna be plenty, all right, for these heathens to do. But the scripture talk about continual employment, man.
Yeah, several out continual employment.
Several out continual employment. You see? Ain't
no unemployment line.
Ain't gonna be no unemployment rate. All right? But no unemployment check. No, nigga, you got a job. You gonna be predestined with a job, nigga.
Because the earth really big enough for everybody to have a job to do.
Yeah.
To keep it maintained, man. You know? From the animals, you know? It's more than enough work to do. You know? But greed and pride, you know, you got it out. Yeah, but okay,
keep reading on that, then get Isaiah 2.
This First Kings, chapter 4, verse 30. And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country and all the wisdom of Egypt.
Go ahead.
For he was wiser than all men, than Ethan and Ezrahite and Heman and Chakol and Darda and sons of Mahal, and his fame was in all nations round about. And he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. And he spake of trees from the cedar tree that is in Lebanon, even unto the hyssop, the hyssop.
Hey, understanding the trees you're supposed to cut down, the wood that's used from each tree, for what purposes, the best wood to build this with, to do that with.
Right, because you can, your closet is supposed to be made out of cedar wood.
Yeah.
Because the mouse, they hate cedar.
They hate cedar.
Oh yeah.
Your closet, your pantries, they're really supposed to be made out of cedar wood.
Right.
You know?
That goes into the sap that's in the different woods, different trees. Because each, sap in different trees have different purposes. Like you get rubber from one, you get, like you said, moth repellent from another.
Frankincense from one, like boswellia tree.
Oh yeah.
Hey, then what is sap? All you do is cut the tree, and really it's like the tree bleed. That's where you get their frankincense resin from. It's like the blood of a tree.
Blood of a tree.
Right.
Just like the scab that you would get. That's what that resin is, like a scab, for the tree. You see? So you see how much wisdom it went to creating the earth. You see, and that's what we coming back to, man. It's much higher, all right? The kingdom ain't just gonna be an Uncle Luke fest.
You have all the women having a party, all
pool
the time.
party, and everything.
Barbecue.
You waking up everywhere in the yard, and your trunk and your boxes. No, man. We're gonna be running the earth with wisdom, man. You got it.
We're going to be exploring the Most High's wisdom. Because the scriptures say that the Lord's wisdom is infinite.
That's right.
My thoughts are not your thoughts. So we're going to be, discovering the Lord's wisdom every day, whether it be in the depths of the sea, in these different herbs, plants, how medicinal, like, our own bodies. In the heavens, man. Exploring different planets.
Right.
And who knows, man? A different galaxy or universe or planet might have a different periodic table. Just a whole other different
everything.
Right.
It does.
Right.
And that's what it goes into. His knowledge being infinite, because it's always gonna be new levels for us to reach. Like the Lord don't have no tap out. He don't got no cap. Like the wisdom even to the point of controlling the elements. They're gonna have the wisdom to do that. Like get a periodic table. Of that nature.
Go ahead.
He spake also of beasts and of fowl and creeping things and of fishes.
Go ahead.
And there came of all people to hear the wisdom of Solomon.
All people came to hear the wisdom of Solomon, just like it said in Isaiah. You see? All the nations shall flow unto it. All nations flow to Solomon for their wisdom. Because you gotta think a kingdom is like a business. A kingdom is a big functioning business. So if your business booming and my business is barely hanging on, I'm gonna come to you. Alright? Just like today. Like what? Esau charged you to come to him and get a business idea.
Right.
So you had to bring tribute to Solomon because he finna put you on something. Like Queen Sheba. She came, she said all her questions got answered. And then she said they told me about you, but they didn't even tell me the half, man. All right. She thought the doorman was Solomon. See, then when she seen Solomon, yeah, she seen Solomon, she down and fainted, man. You know? So that shows you, yeah.
Come on.
So that shows you that the way we moved in the ancient world was completely different from now, man.
Hey, and Queen Sheba, she was like a queen of a whole kingdom or queendom.
Yeah.
You know, because that's like that boss bitch mentality, and she fainted at the sight of Solomon.
He was doing this shit.
He humbled her ass just by appearing before.
Then
You know,
she-
I was gonna say, imagine like all these boss bitch mentality bitches in the day of Isaiah 4:1 when that comes to pass.
Well, that
How
was
they're gonna
that-
look at us.
Salak, you got it.
You got
They
it.
say that was their wisdom. Like it said in Ecclesiastes, a man's wisdom maketh his face to shine. Right? And that's also why I say we can't behold the glory of the Lord. You know? Not in these bodies, man, you'll drop if King Solomon as an earthly man made Queen Sheba faint.
Yeah.
Y'all telling me y'all want to see the Most High?
Right.
You want to see the Lord?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You ain't ready.
You ain't ready.
Yeah, hey, read that real quick, because this gonna go into what the brother was saying.
This is Matthew chapter 12.
What you say, Queen Sheba had the boss bitch mentality? Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew 12, verse 42. And the queen of the south shall rise up in the judgment with this generation.
Hey, he said the queen of the south. All right. What did she do?
I just did this shit.
Yep. See you niggas put them nukes out.
Matthew 12, verse 42. And the queen of the south shall rise up in judgment with this generation.
Now, when you read that, you know the queen of the south speaking of the queen of Sheba. Now, what is it speaking of? Is gonna rise up against judgment in this generation? Because you had Yahweh Shai, all right, you know, which was Solomon. He was amongst Israel. He was right there. So why is the queen of the south gonna rise up in judgment? Go ahead.
For she came from the uttermost parts of the earth.
She came from the uttermost parts of the earth. How many niggas don't walk by today, man? And the word is right here. Cause like you were saying, when you go to the map where Queen Sheba was from, where she ruled will be modern day Yemen.
Yeah.
So Yemen is at the very bottom of Saudi Arabia. So this is back in the ancient world. She had to travel from Yemen. She had to go all the way through Saudi Arabia just to get to Jerusalem, man. You see?
That's a desert.
But now you got the word in your pocket, man. You see? So read that again.
For she came from the uttermost parts of the earth.
She came from the uttermost parts of the earth. She went through the whole desert land of Saudi Arabia, man. You know? Bro, pull it up, Saudi Arabia. The map of the Middle East. Because she came way from the bottom of Yemen and went through Saudi Arabia to go see Solomon, man. That probably took shit damn near a year. Ain't no telling how long that took. Man. You know?
On foot.
But see, it's judgment against you niggas, man. All right, you proud women, man, because she came that far to hear what? That wisdom. And she just heard about the wisdom. So she really took a chance. You know, because they could have been lying. You see?
Yeah.
So she really took a chance, man.
She walked by faith.
Yeah. Go ahead.
To hear the wisdom of Solomon, and behold, greater than Solomon is here.
Behold, greater than Solomon is here, man. So she went all the way through Saudi Arabia to go see Solomon. But here it is, Yahweh Shai has made itself available throughout the whole earth. And what do you have, man? Our people just walk by. Don't even consider. They might stop for about 2 seconds, you know? Then they don't even consider, man. Yep. You see it? So she had to go across the whole, you know, she came by sea. She had to come from Yemen, you know?
All the way up to the Red Sea.
All the way through there, because she at the bottom of Saudi Arabia, man.
Yep.
You know? But that just shows you the queen of the south.
From Yemen to Israel.
Gonna be against you Jakes, man. That's a witness against you, man. You know? That was it, bro. You had some. Who all had?
I ain't had nothing, bro.
I got some.
You got something? Cool.
Yeah.
You got a precept?
I I got it on deck too. I got it.
Yeah, who all got one?
I got one.
We're gonna get all of them. Then we're gonna get back.
This it's Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that hath been is that which shall be.
Yeah, hey, because that kingdom is coming back, but it's gonna be in a much glorious way. All right, because talk about the latter kingdom shall have more glory than the former. You see, because it's gonna be eternal. Because when you read the book of Ecclesiastes, King Solomon had everything, but he knew it was vain because he didn't have immortality. You see, so it didn't matter how much he amassed in that one lifetime, you know, he couldn't secure it because he had to die, man. Then he was like, who knows if I should leave behind, you know, to a fool.
Right.
His son was a damn fool.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
It's back in Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, and that which is done is that which shall be done.
Yep, go ahead.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
Yep.
Now, when the Lord created the earth, right? When he finished everything before we got beguiled by the serpent, Eve got beguiled by the serpent, and we simply followed after. He said it was done, it was good.
Yep.
That's gonna be done again.
Yep.
But this time we're not gonna be able to go off. There won't be no serpent that's gonna be able to get our woman in, get her to go off, and then we gonna simp behind her. That ain't gonna
whisper in the ear.
Yeah, whisper in her ear.
He gonna be so busy working. Right?
He'll be thinking about that.
He don't have time.
Who was that? Lazarus.
Yeah.
He's looking for some relief. He gonna just get a drop.
He gonna be trying to figure out how to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it though, bro.
You got yours, bro. And then you get yours and yours.
This is the backbook of the nations shall flow into it.
Yep.
This is Isaiah chapter 60 verse 11.
Yep.
It says, I'm gonna start from 10. It says, and the sons, in Isaiah 60 and 10, it says, and the sons of the stranger shall build up thy walls.
Sons of the strangers, which is the other nations, shall build up thy walls. All right. Hey, construction is gonna be a highly high demand. All right.
Big business.
Go ahead.
Hey, I remember you saying years ago too, like ain't gonna be nothing for
PPE.
Yeah. If you die, die. I need it done.
Ain't gonna be no ocean.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, there shall be, and their kings shall minister unto thee.
Yep. Hey, and that's true power. When you put someone else kings in captivity, man, that's a true force of power. You know, because when you go into Joshua, when we go into the promised land the first time, all right, what happened, man? Hey, he told Israel, you know, he had conquered the kings of these heathens, and he told them, look, told the men of Israel, put your foot on the necks of your enemies, man. There was other kings, all right. That's when you go ahead.
No, you got it.
Yeah, but that like on 300, remember he had the.
I was just gonna say the same thing. The spirit.
Yeah.
You got it.
Same thing, man. That's why Yahushua knows the King of Kings. He's gonna be king over us, which we gonna be king. But then these used to be kings. You know, he's gonna rule over them, man.
It says in the book of Revelation, he come with many crowns.
Yep, he come with many crowns.
It says, and their king shall minister unto thee, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have mercy upon thee.
And this talk about Israel. You see, because in his wrath he put us in captivity. But his mercy he gonna put us in rulership. Right. You see? Go ahead.
It says, therefore thy gates shall be open continuously.
Yep. Like Queen Sheba came, it's gonna be like that all day. We're gonna be getting traffic and tribute all day, man. You know, that's why the scripture say, I think in that same chapter, talking about how our exactors gonna be righteous. Cause see, somebody gonna have to be overseeing, you know, what's coming in. You know, that's why like you have the 144,000. You know, you have the rest of the 1/3. You know, everybody gonna have different offices in the kingdom, man. They gonna oversee that process of what's coming in, man. Go ahead.
Exactly. It says, and they shall not be shut day nor night.
Nope. Only on the Sabbath. You know? But every time else, the number of traffic coming in, man. Now you gotta think like we read. Well, I think brother read earlier in Haggai how we work so much, you know, for a bag with holes. It's gonna be the complete opposite, man. It's gonna be so much coming in. You see?
You know, I had to continue to build storage houses.
You know?
Had to keep adding to the mention.
Hey, that's
Right.
That's the flip side of the curse of what Yahweh Shah said when
And the
you go to
blessing.
Deuteronomy 37.
Yep.
He said all these curses that come pop up and tell what